So around this time, about fall, Thanksgiving, holiday, Reasors likes to film new commercials. So we're filming a kind of an evergreen spot that can be used for a couple years in a row. So nothing super specific, more just like a brand spot. But when we are filming at a grocery store, especially a new one that is very active, we have to kind of film when they're not active, which is why we're here at 2:58 a.m. to go ahead and film and try to capture as much as we can before they open. So we'll see how that goes. Nobody really slept, but it's all right. You sleep when you're dead.
We're all highly rested. I mean, we all probably got, I don't know, 8-9 hours of sleep each. Consecutive, like if you counted all of our hours that we slept together. We didn't sleep together.
We did.
We slept about 8 hours. Yeah, I did actually sleep with that one. Not in a bad way, we just slept next to each other.
Sleep with that one.
Okay, I gotta go.
So we're at Reasors for the holiday shoot. We're covering fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that all together. And Caroline, who works at Retrospec, she's our creative strategist and some client management duties. She wrote this spot and she helped with the animatic, like making sure that it was perfect, helped write the shot list, everything. But she is not here today.
Hey Caroline, just wanted to see where you were at. You broke your what? Ultimate what?
She broke her leg playing ultimate frisbee.
Out of nowhere, this dude just comes flying towards me and dove into my legs, and I basically flipped over him and immediately knew that a lot of things were broken.
That's the picture of her broken bones. It's very bad, very bad.
I just see her roll, tumble, and I hear her yell out like really loud, and she's just like screaming in pain, and I've never heard her yell like this. So I ran over there as fast as I could, and I looked the guy in the eyes and I said, "You need to get out of here. There's nothing you can do for it. Like, you've done enough," I think is what I said.
These are the screws that she got in her leg. So some heavy hardware there. Heavy. But now she's rolling with a cute little pink cast. And soon she will have a scooter. And I'm gonna call her Scoots because I think that'll be a cool name.
Truly, when I was laying in the hospital and they were about to reset my ankle and I was on medicine and everything, I was just crying, like telling Joel, like, oh my gosh, Reasors, I'm gonna miss Reasors, because this is like my directorial debut when it comes to like a commercial. And I had worked so hard with the storyboard and the animatic, and I felt really prepared, and then boom, sometimes things just don't go as planned.
Jacob and Brandon and the whole team were doing a great job of trying to bring her vision to life, but we do miss her, and if I ever see that guy in public.
No more physical activities for anybody that works at Retrospec Films. When you go home, you drive to your house and you sit on the couch. And then you sleep on the couch. You don't even move to your bed. Some least physical activity as possible. And when you wake up, you roll to your car, get up in your car, drive to Retrospec. That is new HR policy if you work at Retrospec Films. No physical activity. No ultimate anything. Ultimate sleeping and ultimate sitting.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks about Caroline's ankle and her leg, and yeah, just kind of like filling in, trying to direct this thing. But somebody did tell me today, they go, "Hey, I hope you do a good job, break a leg," and I was like, yeah, let's not say that to me today.
I've worked at Retrospec Films for almost 7 years now. I originally started out as an editor then switched over to social media manager, and then went back to editing. Then dipped my toes in the 3D space of things. Yeah, while I was doing 3D, I was kind of like, well, let's try directing, let's try acting, and it's actually pretty amazing here at Retrospec because Jason really champions giving us that freedom to bring our weird, funky, fun, creative ideas to the table. It's also cool that the rest of the team here at Retro comes alongside that individual and says, yeah, let's make this thing, let's do it. I made a short film called Demo Reel about a guy trying to produce a demo reel with his agent.
You said I had the voice and everything.
Look, you got the voice. And I'm not saying that it's your face. It's what the problem is. What I'm saying is, it's how you hold your face. You know?
It won some awards, got into some film festivals, pretty cool. It was like the very first film festival I submitted to, I got into and got an honorable mention. I was like, this is great. And then I submitted to like 40 more. And then I was rejected by 39. This film I'm currently making is called Basic Bandits. And it's a heist film. So I'm kind of at the point in the pre-production process of casting everything and getting it going, but I've run into a snag. I do have an actor that said he could be in it, but not for another 4 or 5 months. So it's like, okay, I've waited almost a year for this. Do I wait another 4 months to make it the thing that I've waited a year for? Or do I just cast it and get this thing done, get it made? And the other actress that I want, she's been ghosting us. But I don't think it's negligence on her part or out of malice. I just think that we've been emailing her incorrectly. I don't know. It might be a good thing or it might be totally weird. The worst she could say is no, and then put a restraining order on me and say, stop contacting me. I've seen every message, leave me alone. So actually that could be the worst.
That was it? Okay. That was great. Yeah, we'll get one more.
So here's the storyboard that we prepped for Reasors. You can see like there's a lot of beautiful drawings that our illustrator did, but so it starts out in this fall vibe, and it's supposed to be like the same customer is coming to Reasors multiple times. Like she's familiar with the staff. There's a big customer service element, and so you see we have some like match action shots from here. You know, she goes from smelling these flowers to smelling these flowers. It actually ended up being produce instead of flowers, but that's okay. And then in the bakery, you know, you see she's wearing different clothes. It's getting colder. The months are going by. And then we have this fun little match action of her walking to the counter in 3 different outfits, kind of showing that like, yeah, she was here at one point in the fall and then more towards the winter and then maybe around Christmas time. Just kind of driving the point home that like, this is her place to shop and she always comes here and she knows these people and she loves them. So what I did is I took the storyboard that I just showed you and then I put it in DaVinci, which is one of our editing softwares, and added some music, added the VO, all that. And it's funny because I just used my voice for the VO, but when we got into the post process, they ended up wanting to use my voice, and I've never done VO before, and so that was pretty cool. So yeah, here it goes. Here's the animatic.
When it comes to the holidays, there's a reason to shop Reasors. For every cherished occasion, no matter the time of year. For every festive gathering, no matter the season. There's a smile on every aisle.
Did you find everything you need?
I always do.
Yeah, it's Joel's voice. I was like, Joel, can you be the checkout guy? And he was like, oh. I mean, when you see the spot, it looks pretty much exactly like that. So that makes me really happy because what that says is the team that was able to carry this vision out really held true to it, and they respected it, they honored it, and they brought it to life. So I'm really thankful for that, and for HT just, you know, picking up where I left off and finishing it out.
So yeah, her eyes need to be up ways, and like she needs to be like tracking with her as she's walking up.
Yeah, and I think
Believe it or not,
I think I'm gonna have her push into it. So I'm gonna just put a sandbag down to push into.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you need one, or you go?
Oh, I can get one. You can get back on camera. told to get back on camera.
Mark's bossy.
Yeah, he's sassy, but he's good. He's sassy, but he's not.
On set, when I'm either directing or DPing a project, it's really, really helpful for us to have a client monitor that's hooked up wirelessly. We can have clients over here with a client manager just kind of going over all the things, helping me out with notes or anything like that.
So we just want to try one where it's eye contact all the way until she basically comes to the stop. And then she's like, she already knows which one she wants. And so it's not like she's really looking. She's like, and it's almost as if like, yeah, I knew you were going to want that kind of a thing.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we've made some progress on ye olde basic bandits. I had a meeting the other day with Brandon about scheduling and about getting some actors and how all that's going to happen. So
You got to get dirty with this.
you think so?
If you've got connections, then yeah, 100%. If you want her that bad.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like that. I mean, here's the question though that I feel like everything on this hinges is whether or not, like, what are you doing about?
I think it's if I get her and she's like, I can do it in like a week or two, then I replace quickly and I'll have someone else play. I had a thought. What if I had I don't know who I'm talking about.
It's the problem when you are trying to create a film, a passion project that more than likely is not going to bring you any revenue, which is fine. You don't make them for revenue. But when you're doing it under the company that also has to make money to pay paychecks. And so we tried last year. We got a couple shoots or a couple scenes, but I mean, they're like little pickup scenes. We just haven't been able to get something locked in just because, you know, we block out 2 to 3 days and then a client comes to us and says they want that for a project. And so like paid work 99% of the time is always going to take priority over passion projects. And so we're just banging our head against the proverbial wall. We'll make it happen.
All right.
I think it's like she's walking up and she's like same with here. And then she's going to grab and we see what she's grabbing. And then I think as she's doing that, that's when that transition happens. And then we see her, now it's this, and then she's going and putting the arm.
I actually really liked that Moby shot. It was kind of one of those things that I was struggling with that shot. Just, am I going to do it on slider? Or am I going to do it on Moby? I think it was just like the consistency of the movement that I was a little afraid of, but once I got that confidence, I was like, I think we're gonna go with the Moby shot.
The shoot's going pretty well. We're doing a good job making sense of, you know, the groundwork that Caroline laid out for us. We've been going since 2:30 in the morning, so maybe that's like 5.5 hours. I think it's 7:44, and our cashier guy should be here at 8. I'm gonna get him dressed, but we're doing a good job right now, wouldn't you say?
And action, boom, boom, boom.
Hi, Leah.
Except I'll get it in focus. All right, one more time.
All right, rolling and action. There you go.
Nice. And cut. Okay, that was good.
So it's been taking a while to make this film. That's no secret. So I've been getting antsy, and just like riding a bike, if you don't do it long enough, you forget how to do it. So I decided to go over to my buddy Seth's house, who's my co-star in the film, and start acting out some scenes, start getting the camera positioned where I want it, start figuring out, you know, certain camera angles, what lines work, seeing it played back, And I came up with something that is interesting.
Wade! Thatcher!
Holiday. You boys are not gonna believe this. Come on in. You think we'll believe it? Probably not.
He's the only person that was there. I'm obviously behind the camera on my iPhone. There's no one else that he's acting with.
What? Hell no!
So he plays all three parts. Wade, Thatcher, Holiday. And this is what I came up with. So it's pretty bad. That's why I have a team helping me. This is why I don't make this myself. Because yeah, it's bad. I need to get the actors in order, the locations, the props. It's all falling into place. And the next step is to film it. So I'm excited about that. And then maybe eventually we'll get this thing done.
So one of the shots on Caroline's storyboard was a point of view shot from the cart looking at the talent. With that comes a lot of nuances. How are we going to mount this big camera into a shopping cart? It needs to be low enough and looking up at her as if it's her groceries, you know? On top of that, we got to find the right lensing to put on there and to try to fasten our matte box. How much stuff we're going to put on? Do we need to take some gear off? Sometimes it takes a team of 2 to 3 guys actually looking at it and trying to figure out how are we going to make this work. We took a hi-hat, set it down in the shopping cart, placed our C500 on top of that on an O'Connor head, angled it up a little bit on an 18 mil Zeiss, and we were able to see the perspective from inside the shopping cart looking up at our talent. And I would say that our clients really loved the shot. I think it turned out really good.
It's entertaining. That's teamwork right there.
It was a good, successful day. Man, it's true what they say. Can't do much without a team. There was never a moment I didn't feel like we were all kind of operating on the same wavelength, and we all started at 1:30. I got up at 1:30. I don't know if anybody else did, but I like doing the match actions. Even though it was locked off, I think it's going to be really cool in the edit. And then I like the Movi shot, and that way it was the cool transition shots, I think, because I don't usually do those. I shoot a lot of B-roll. My favorite part was when I looked over and I saw Mark holding Forbes up by the waist side, just taping over an exit sign.
My favorite part.
Did we untake that?
That's tomorrow's problem.
When it comes to the holidays, there's a reason to shop Reasors. For every cherished occasion, no matter the time of year. For every festive gathering, no matter the season. There's a smile on every aisle.
Did you find everything you need?
I always do.
Next time on Behind the Scenes.
Filming some fly fishing this morning, some hiking, drone, FPV stuff, and then we're spending the rest of the day at the cabin, away from nature and stuff.
They're here to discover Beaver's Bend and what it has to offer. So I might do some mild shopping while I'm here.
Gaff taping a GoPro to a throwing axe. So.
We just gotta teach these guys how to throw axes, because it's not going so well.
Don't ever screw in your thumbsticks while you're walking. Not a good idea. All this, thumbstick graveyard. Okay, so I'm gonna come from way out yonder, where the sunset is. We're gonna fly in this door, sit down into the living room, get this space a little bit, and then back outside. Oh. That's not good.